waiting for peace talks in Turkey. President Zelensky says he's ready, but President Putin isn't there. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump, who is in the Middle East, claims he's the key to a breakthrough.
Nothing's going to happen until Putin and I get together, okay?
Gaza health officials say Israeli airstrikes killed at least 114 Palestinians on Thursday. And the Eurovision final lineup is set as 6 more countries are eliminated in the semi-final, including Australia, which failed to qualify. In the US, lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs have spent the day questioning R&B singer Cassandra Ventura, known as Cassie, for the first time in his sex trafficking trial. Cassie, who is 8 months pregnant, is the prosecution's key witness. She told jurors that Combs raped, beat and forced her into drug-fueled sex parties during their more than 10 years together. He faces charges of racketeering, sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution and denies all charges. If found guilty, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. A court in Thailand has issued arrest warrants for 17 people connected with the initial construction of a skyscraper in Bangkok that collapsed in an earthquake at the end of March. The partially finished 30-story tower was the only building in the Thai capital to crumble in the quake, which struck neighbouring Myanmar. 89 people were killed in the building's collapse, and 7 are still missing. Local Thai media say the 17 arrest warrants are for engineers, supervisors and contractors involved in the office building's construction. Thai media also reported on Thursday that investigators had found structural flaws in a lift shaft in the building. Thai authorities are yet to release their findings into the cause of the building's collapse.
Our headlines today. The assisted dying bill returns to the Commons. MPs will debate dozens of changes proposed by both sides.
A 21-year-old man is charged after fires at 2 properties and a car linked to the Prime Minister.
Delayed peace talks between Russia and Ukraine are due to take place later. The United States says progress is unlikely without the country's 2 leaders present.
A mother who believes social media played a part in her son's death has met ministers to renew calls for a law to allow bereaved parents to access their child's online data.
I just don't understand what happened to my seemingly normal 14-year-old, and that's what's so wrong, is that I've just been forbidden to see something that could give me possible answers.
Good morning in sport. The wonder of reaching Wembley and a jumping joy of a playoff final for Charlton boss Nathan Jones. It's all a bit too much, with a return to the Championship now within reach for his team.
Good morning. A higher prices making a day out just too expensive for more of us. I'm at a theme park in Staffordshire to find out why, like a roller coaster lift, their staffing and energy costs just keep going up.
What the hell just happened?
And the UK's Eurovision journey begins. Remember Monday takes to the stage in Basel for the first time in this year's contest.
Let's take a look at the papers for you on Friday morning, starting with The Times, leading with Albania's rejection of the Prime Minister's migrant deal. The paper claims that Britain is now poised to enter talks with up to 9 countries about plans to deport asylum seekers.
The Guardian reports this morning that UK ministers plan to use new powers to block Thames water bosses from taking bonuses worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. Britain's biggest water company admitted earlier this week that senior managers were in line for substantial bonuses linked to an emergency £3 billion loan. And children to be taught to show some grit is the headline in the Daily Telegraph. The Education Secretary, Bridget Phillipson, and the Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, have written in today's paper calling for schools to prepare children for life's ups and downs.
2 firefighters and a member of the public have died in a large blaze at a former RAF base in Oxfordshire. 2 more injured firefighters are being treated in hospital. Oxfordshire's chief fire officer paid this emotional tribute.
I'm immensely proud and grateful for the exemplary multi-agency response and the unwavering bravery demonstrated by all the emergency services personnel.
Campaigners for and against assisted dying outside Parliament as MPs spend the day debating changes to proposed legislation. The first direct peace talks in 3 years between Russia and Ukraine end in Turkey without a ceasefire deal. Now all eyes are on when President Trump and Putin will meet. The singer Chris Brown is remanded in custody after appearing in court charged with an alleged assault in a London nightclub. And 3 lynx, illegally released in the Highlands earlier this year, have moved to a new home just miles from where they were captured.
Ukrainian and Russian representatives meet for the first time in 3 years, but where does this leave hopes for peace? ITV News hears reports of anger within the Labour Party over the government's welfare reforms. Dangerous and unregulated warnings about tanning nasal sprays.
My skin burned all the time, carried on burning, and I had blisters and scabs everywhere.
Dropped from the England squad because of the colour of his skin, the late Jack Leslie is honoured.
We're so honoured that he is being recognised now, but the bitterness is the fact that it should have happened in Grandad's lifetime.
And the young fans hoping Crystal Palace can secure its first FA Cup victory.